Just hold on, we're going.
Drake with Hold On, We're Going Home, and it's playing right here on 88.2 Sanyo FM. It is the Hit Selector, and I am Crystal. I'd like to welcome my guest right now on Celeb Select. That's KLEITH here with us. Hello, hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you? Please give us
good.
a correct pronunciation of your second name, because these days people are very sensitive.
Okay, I like it actually when people call me Chatu because it just means ours. But my name is KYATUHAIRE.
Chatu means ours.
Yeah, Chatu. It means like Chatu is like a Chitu. It belongs to us. It's ours. So KYATUHAIRE, it's like what God has given us. It's actually Emmanuel.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You were just saying before, this is the first time you and I have actually...
first time.
I see what you're doing there.
You know what I mean?
It's okay. Everyone can have a first time for whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. But welcome to Celeb Select.
Thank you so much.
Okay, my dear. A lot of people are excited that you're on the show. They want to hear your story. I think I'll start right now with just really quick. What are you doing right now? Since you're not up on our TV screens, what are you doing right now?
Okay, so currently I just opened up a company. I partnered with a friend of mine, and the company is called Get Quick Dubai. We
Okay.
deliver and we also do holiday packages.
Okay.
Yeah, so anything you want to do in Dubai, we can do it for you. We can get it to you.
Okay.
And then I also have, I don't know if this is the moment, but I have like a phone app coming up. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
that
a
was a
fashion
sales
phone app.
pitch.
Yeah.
Let's go back. Let's go back. So, KLEITH, where were you born?
I was born in Uganda.
Okay. Are you Ugandan?
Of course.
We need to
101%.
Your name, KLEITH. I have to be honest, you're the only KLEITH I know.
Thank you so
I've never
much.
come across that name before. Do you know any other KLEITHs out there?
No, not any that I've met, but I've seen some on Instagram. And of course, you know, when you're trying to find out the meaning of your name as per social media or Google, and then there's somebody else that is called KLEITH.
Did
But
your
I've not-
parents ever tell you how they chose that name? Has it ever come up?
Actually, my name is supposed to be KLEITH,
Okay.
but then it doesn't make sense. So it's just KLEITH.
Blink, blink. What?
Yeah, like
It's supposed to be?
like KLEE.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's KLIE. Yeah, because you know when you're trying to pronounce it, it has a different pronunciation and a different spelling as well. So it's just KLEITH.
Okay.
Yeah, but my name is KYATUHAIRE, Kathy, KLEITH.
Okay.
Not Catherine.
Not Catherine.
Yes,
We
Kathy.
need to be clear about this.
Yeah, but you can call me Chatu any day, anytime.
It sounds like you like Chatu.
I love
and
it.
Your friends call you that? People who know you from back in the day, or is that what you want to go with now?
Yeah, I feel like when you call me Chatu, you're very comfortable with me.
Okay.
Then KLEITH.
Hey,
Yeah.
Chatu. For the rest of this interview. So you were saying you're born in Uganda.
Yeah,
Where were you born?
I was born in Zambia, but I didn't grow up in Zambia.
Okay.
I majorly grew up along Entebbe Road. Not until when I was about 9 years old is when we moved to Mutungo, Lozira. So then from then on is when now, you know,
Okay.
growing up started for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where did you go to school?
I went to a couple of schools. You know, sometimes I meet people and someone is like, "Hi, KLEITH." I'm like, "Hi." Then after I'm like, "No, we're going to meeting and guy. Where did we meet?" My mom actually likes to call me a mayor of schools. I went to a couple of schools. I went to City Parents. I went to for primary school. This is where I finished. I went to St. Mary's Chitende, and then at a point I went to Nalia. But in between there, I used to go to schools for like one term, and then I come back. Yeah,
Why?
because I was just not comfortable in the schools that I went to. I'm so much. I think I'm so much of a home person. I'm a Miss girl. That boarding school just didn't treat me so well. That I would just keep trying so many different schools.
Also, every time you went to so you went boarding school, even in primary? No,
Starting
not
from
primary.
my S1.
S1,
Yeah.
okay. And you just wouldn't like it. You
No,
wouldn't
I
be
didn't.
comfortable, so you try another place.
I was home like every 2 weeks. I was either sick or I had lost something. I always had an excuse to come back from school so I can be at home.
Well, you mentioned that you're a mommy's girl.
Yes.
So are you number one? How many kids are you?
No, I'm actually from a family of 8,
Mm-hmm.
and I come number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that's a big family.
It's a huge family. I think that explains the reason as to why I have a small circle of friends.
Okay.
Because I just have a lot of family that I don't have time to meet friends and all that, you know? Yeah, so.
Okay. So you have so many family members. You're like, okay, my friends list. Let me see. Where can I fit you now? That's what you're saying.
I don't fit them.
Okay. So in school, were you ever into like drama? Because we know you for TV and entertainment. Were you ever in drama? Were you ever on stage? Because you said you like to, stay home.
Yes. I was a very quiet child in school. Actually, one of my headmasters, he's called Lawrence Mulunda. He's the headmaster of St. Mary's Chitende. Every time he sees me, he's like, no, I'm surprising. because, I was very, very quiet in school. I was among the, if a teacher ever said get out, I was the first person out.
Oh.
I feared to be beaten. If they said cut off your hair tomorrow, you will not find me. I was always tucked in. I was always so quiet. So when I came to, social media, everyone was like, what? KLEITH? Okay.
The same person? Okay. Well,
Yes.
is that just your personality, or were you beaten at home? Or
No, I was never ever beaten at home. But I
Oh.
was beaten. Not beaten. Like if I ever did anything, my mom would be like, what did you do? Yeah. But I just felt like I just can't be running around with teachers, I just didn't want that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you said no drama. School was calm. No expelled. No suspensions anywhere. Anything we should know that will come up?
Yeah, actually. I remember there was this one time that we were trying to organize an event with a friend of mine. Actually, this friend of mine currently is having like a huge organization, and she has a tour and travel agency as well. She's called Angela. And we were trying to organize an event to bring like artists, these things that people are doing right now.
In school?
Yeah, in school.
What class was that?
I was in my S5.
Okay.
Yeah. And then they called my mother to school and they were telling her about it. And then my mom was like, okay, so where is the problem? They're like, oh, your daughter, she's organizing an event. And my mom was like, okay, so she has not yet done the event. She's just organizing it. My mom is like, so where's the problem?
Was it a problem? Was it against the rules?
Yeah,
I'm also trying to understand.
They
what's
felt
wrong.
like it was, disorganizing the school because everyone was so excited. We made flyers and we're trying to keep it undercover, So then when they called my mom to school and then they asked her to beat me, my mom was like, no, I'm not going to beat her for trying to organize an event that she has not yet organized. If she had organized it and it had caused something, then that would be major. But because they had expelled everyone else, and my mom was like, okay, she can't be the only person who will stay here, so let me go with her.
Wow. They expelled people for that?
Yes, they did. They actually expelled 4 of us. They expelled 3 people, and then me, I had to go home. And then when I got home, my mom was like, okay, I'm actually very disappointed in you because you just want to organize events. Huh? But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't have such a brain. It's good for you to have such a brain, but not in school.
Not in school.
Yeah,
Okay.
then she asked me to go get a glass of water. I went and got a glass of water, and then she called me back. She said, Chatu. I said, yes, mommy. She said, Gwa, come lie down here. They should not call me to school for anything like that.
Well, I like your mom though. I like the fact that when it came to school, she supported you.
Oh my
you were
God.
a united front, but once home,
Once I got home.
it's like those parents that give you, the mothers that give you an eye in
Yeah.
public, and my God, I'm
Yes,
finished.
I know that eye that your mom gives you and you go like, I'm not hungry. I'm okay. So yeah, I
Okay.
was a mommy's girl, but still my mom was very, very tough on me, and I'm still a mommy's girl.
You're still a mommy's
So,
girl.
yeah.
What school was that you were
This
expelled
was
from?
this was Nalia.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then after that, you went to?
I went back to Chitende.
Okay.
They always welcomed me.
They're like, this one we know. She can come back.
Yeah.
And you finished your S6 there?
Yes.
Okay. And after S6, what did you do?
After S6, I went to
S6
Makerere.
VAC, what
Oh,
happened?
VAC. This is when I started working on NTV. I had a show called the T Nation.
How did you get on T Nation?
I actually did get on TV earlier when I was 9.
Oh.
My friend, my sister's friend used to work at Stanbic back by then, and then she had a friend she had a workmate who was friends with Jen Kasumba, and at that point they were looking for somebody that was going to host the Come Alive show, which is it was Big Bad, which is currently Come Alive show. So I used to go on there. It was like a Sunday school show. We used to tell kids about the verses, God's commandments and stuff like that. So I initially came back to TV when I was in my S3, and this was
Okay.
the Youth Voice.
All right.
Yeah, on NBS.
9 years old.
Yes.
We'll come back to that. Now I need your first request.
Okay, my first request is Satisfaction.
I love this song. By the
By
way, you do not
Evie.
understand how happy I am that someone has requested the song. But why do you love it?
I feel like I connect a lot with this song because so many times I have opportunities to do so many things, and I'm just not sure about myself. I'm always like, can I do it? And then when I actually do it, this gives me the satisfaction. I'm always like, yeah.
Now I'ma do this thing like it ain't done before. Never leave the game stranded. I had to.
You were saying that you first got on TV when you were 9 years old. Was it like, were you a natural back then? Do you remember?
I believe I've always just been a natural. I mean, this is something that, that I don't have to think about. I just know what I'm doing, and then I would just do it. So yeah, just a natural.
You're natural. You never had to sit down with anyone, get advice? Because that was 9 years old, but then you came back later on. How did you get on T Nation?
I got onto T Nation in my VAC. By then, the productions manager at NTV was called Kathy Mwanji. She's currently in Kenya. And then she called me up. So this one time I'm coming from the Youth Voice on Saturday. And then she calls me. She's like, hi, my name is Kathy Mwanji, and I would like for us to have a meeting. I said, a meeting? Oh my God, that was such a huge word. I was like, she wants to have a meeting with me. And then my sister then, who is still my manager, was my manager then. And then I went back to her and told her, there's a lady from NTV who called me, and she said she wants us to have a meeting. She's like, I knew it. I knew this was like the next step.
Okay.
Yeah, so... Anyway, I did prepare myself, and then I went over to NTV, and then she told me she would like for me to do that T Nation show.
Okay. And that's how you started?
Yeah, and that's how I started being on T Nation in my S6 vacation.
Okay. Yeah. And how long were you on that show?
I was on T Nation for 3 years. Yes.
Did you leave for any specific reason, or?
No, obviously I got older, and that is when I got onto the Style Project with Sylvia Warrior and Solomon Tazibone.
Was there a big gap, or was this a natural transition for you to go into the Style Project?
It was a big gap because usually now, of course, I was working with people a little bit older than me, and then it was a completely different concept. The whole time, all these shows that I've done is just going out there, interacting with people, and I do love to interview people. I was actually telling a friend of mine the other day how I was telling the border guy, like, border, ogena kuntwalira sente meka, and then the border said, nyina kutwalira bila. I said, what? Ogena kumpera kocha ine chapati. Like, I just like to interact with people. Like, I want to get something out of you. Yeah. So it was a big transition for me because on the Style Project, we just sat there, and then we had the verdict, okay,
Yes,
for fashion, and
yes,
we talk about,
yes.
no, you did wrong, no, you shouldn't have done that. I didn't go out to people as much as I did, and
Did you have to study up? Because that's the thing. A lot of people look at presenters on fashion shows, for example, Style Project,
Yeah.
and they wonder, okay, what is the knowledge that you have that equips you to also, comment and talk about other people's fashion?
I think this comes on with the kind of your personality, what you would wear and what you wouldn't wear. I think you become very particular, or you become very, very good at something because you've done it over and over again. Like,
Okay.
for instance, if I like to wear a certain type of dress, I will know that if you wear this necklace with it, it is wrong.
Okay.
It's just not going to come out, not in this era and not with this trend. But I did not study fashion. No, I think I just have a good eye for fashion. I collect good pieces.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are a fashionista?
Would that be the word?
I don't
I'm
know.
a fashion killer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you that passion for fashion? When did you start? Was
I've
it as a presenter on T Nation? Was
No,
it
no, no,
then?
no.
Did
I've
you have
always-
someone dressing you, or you always picked your own pieces?
I always picked my own pieces, actually. For the longest time, I don't think I never had anyone dress me for all my years on TV. I would just collect all my pieces, and everybody else kept saying, oh, you should set up a boutique. Oh, you should do this and this and this. I just never had anyone really dress me up.
Okay. Well, unfortunately in Uganda, it's rare that people actually have budgets for wardrobe. I think a lot of people out there don't know that. But yeah.
It used to happen actually at NTV. They used to just
some
give us
shows.
money, yeah, for some shows. Go get yourself something. Of course, you have to to know the basics, like a little black dress and the usual. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, you said you're a fashion killer, and people are like, you should start a boutique. You should do something. Have you ever done anything else in that area?
I think I've sold 1,555 things.
Okay.
Yeah, I've sold a lot of things. Even when I was in
When,
school.
where, how?
Yeah, like if I was in school, I would just have like a packet of Big Bomb, and me, I would be selling it.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I would get the packet of Big Bomb for like maybe, I think by that time it was 6,000, and then I would sell each for 300.
300 shillings. Wow. Okay, where did you get that sense of? That's a business sense. Where did you get that from?
Well, my mom is into business. She actually deals in cosmetics. The shop is called Come Traders, Come Suppliers, Come Distributors. Yeah, so most of my time, even on holiday, if I was like maybe in my S1 holiday rather, I would just go and sit at the shop. And then now I would see how the cut on the box would be just 12, and then you can get this much. I'd be like, business.
There's money to be made here. There's
yeah.
money. Because other kids would just be like, for me, I have. Be my friend. Let me give out lollipops as many as possible.
True.
Okay.
So I sold so many things. Even while I worked at NTV, I used to sell like duvets. There's a point I sold trench coats. And my biggest supporter was always Zuena.
Zuena.
I don't need these things, but I want to support you.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, I always love her for that.
Okay, so how are you selling these things?
I would just put them in my car.
In your car?
Yeah, and then I would wait for like when we were stopping down to Dowinton for lunch, and then I would get all the ladies and be like, you come my shop.
I love it.
Yeah, sometimes I would even bring them up to office. And then especially for the earrings, I would always bring them up to Aggie's office. And then she has like an interview. She'd call me, KLEITH, Banzonete earrings today. I have sold everything.
That's so cool because, people never think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that. I mean, that means you're very aggressive, number one. And then you don't have any issues, putting yourself out there.
No.
Because also part of being able to sell in business is also your personality really goes into that. So did you ever feel like when you started doing Style Project, for example, did you feel like, okay, this show is I don't know, is going to be like a signature show for you? Or did you feel like you'd fit in something else?
Actually,
as a TV presenter?
My opinion on the Style Project was basically for the people in my age core. And everyone right now is just very artistic. So what I had to bring onto the show was basically represent the people in my age core. But then I think this came off different because now fashion is it's not about age. Fashion is just now it's even just a trend. It's not even about class anymore. Someone would just be like, oh my god, this is so not me, but I have to do it. The year can't end. The year just can't end without me doing this campaign, so I have to do it. Yeah. So why are you laughing?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so
would you say you're the kind of person who follows trends then?
No, I don't follow trends. I don't follow trends at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I just do what's very I'm into very classy and very edgy. Yeah.
Okay.
So what I brought onto the show, I don't think it actually. I felt like being on the Style Project was not me anymore because I just want to go out to people and just interview. And here I was just going like, no, those earrings are not working. So try these shoes. Like, no, this is not going to happen. Try this and this. And I felt like I was just giving people my opinion of what their outfits should be. That wasn't fun for me.
Okay.
Unless you asked me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to just go to your second request now, then we come back to that. Okay. This one is I will not lie. When she gave me her list of songs, I was like, okay, tell us, what's your second song?
My next song is Hit Them Up by Tupac.
And why this song?
It's just very interesting to know that there's people that will say whatever they want to say and you're not going to stop them. In this day and era, it's very hard to even see your friend annoyed. She's going to show you, sweetie, I'm good. Oh, my friend, she ain't good. This is just a real song.
Okay.
I just see so much realness in this song. And I'm sure after he finished singing this song, whatever he had on his chest was let loose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tupac, Hit 'Em Up.
I know what time it is. I don't even know why I'm on this track. Y'all niggas ain't even on my level. I'm gonna let my little homies ride.
We've talked a lot about like TV from your S6 vacation, but we didn't go further when it came to your education. Yeah. So after S6, what did you do?
I did go to Makerere University. I was doing a library course. I do like to read books.
Oh,
And then I thought this course would be as interesting as the books. But then no, it wasn't that interesting. And then I had so much going on. Oh my God, I feel like, you know, when you feel like this is your moment in every stage of your life.
So all these things were falling in place.
All these things were falling in place. Currently, I was the Read ambassador. Pakalast had been going on, and then they had just paid my tuition, and then so many things were happening. I was so excited. But then, of course, when you're in school, by the way, I big up to people who just go to school and then they work and then they study and then they do it. I'm always like, how did you do that?
Okay.
Oh my God, how did you just do that? So I really never concentrated as much. I had so many things going on.
Okay.
I just decided, I'll come back.
And how was your family with that? You've talked about your mom, your dad.
My dad, I do have a dad in my life, a father figure in my life, but my
Okay.
dad passed on.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
Were you very young when he passed on?
Yes, I was very, very young. But of course, as a child, you'll always remember the things that you did with your parent and all that. Yeah.
Okay. So how was your mom with that then, that decision?
Mm.
I mean, you said your sister was your manager even back then?
Yeah, even back then. She still is. My mom, I think that I actually want to be a mom. Like so badly, yes. Because, yes.
You know, when you put things out there, the universe is like, Wanji?
Yeah, but you know, I've lived through media, so I know you can take that. It's all right. Yeah.
Okay.
So I really want to be a mom because I want to know what it means for somebody to love someone so unconditionally. This is not even a man. It's not even your sibling. It's not even anyone. But you feel like I have to do this for my children. I just want to know what it feels like to just love somebody, to just have someone so perfect, and the world is seeing them not perfect, but they're so perfect to you. I really want that. So my mom is my number one supporter. Like my mom is my number one fan. My mom is number one believer. Oh my God, you guys. I don't want to get emotional on this show.
It's okay. You know, Mother's Day.
I know.
It's
oh my
tomorrow.
God, this is my opportunity.
So this is your chance.
Mami ninkukunda kandi nochimanya ninkukunda. I love my mother so much. I will do things and tell her, can you believe I did this? She's like, sure. For you, why wouldn't you? Do you know how great you are?
Oh,
my
I
God.
love that.
I just feel like, you know, my mom will believe in me. My mom will just... If I tell her, Mommy, this is what I want to do, she says, kuchirabe nchiza kushemeza. Kandi chitakuteganisa mukama chikori.
Okay.
Like if it's going to make you happy and it's not going to hurt God, you do it.
Okay, so she supported you even when you said, okay, you know, university for now.
I just told
Pause.
her, maybe.
Do you see yourself going back?
Listen, you know, in my family, my siblings are so smart.
Okay.
Like my firstborn sister owns, she's doing cosmetics as well, and she'll head all the branches. My secondborn sister has a school. My brother is a lawyer. Like you see it going down. People are serious.
So when do you feel you fit?
And then when it comes to KLEITH, I mean, I was the only person who did not get scholarships. But then my mom would always be like, me, I know you can do it. Look at you. You just don't want to, but I know you. There's never a day she went like, conky, no. So my mom will still believe in me and be like, you can do this, whatever you decide. When I told her, Mommy, you know what? I just want to give school a moment.
Okay.
She's like,
All right. Okay. You had a bit of a rocky time. Since, like you said, you're used to being in the limelight, you're used to being in the media.
Yeah.
The issue of nudes. I've interviewed so many different guests who have had nudes that have been leaked or whatever. And what happened?
This is actually my first time to talk about it publicly. And I want you to know that it was such a relief.
It was a relief.
Yes.
When they came out?
Yes. It was a huge relief because I, you know, by the time a Note 2 came out, I think I was the first people to have a Note 2, even at the university. Okay. My mom had given her this phone because she buys a lot of cosmetics and all. So these people will even give you a dryer, a phone, all these things. So when I got the Note 2, I was so excited. I was in my hostel room alone, and I wanted to know how this phone works. So I got it and started taking selfies. You actually had to cut your SIM card, yeah. But then the phone that I was having at that time, it was not that cut. So I worked with both of my phones.
Okay.
I worked with that Note 2 that I had taken pictures with, and the one that was actually my phone, the one that I was using.
So you had the large SIM that needed to be resized. Okay, yes.
So now this one that I had was in my pocket, and then the bigger phone was in my bag. So I had actually just finished work. We had gone to SETA. They had their prom and all. I was so tired, but I really had to go for this lecture. You know those lecturers at campus whose lecture you can't miss? They'll just get in and be like, where is KLEITH? Oh my God. I just couldn't miss her lecture. I was so tired. So when I was going to the university, at the small gate, have you been to Makerere University?
Yeah, I went to Makerere University.
Oh, really? Hi, OG.
Hi. Well, way before your time, but
Okay, so when I was getting into the small gate, I got robbed of my bag.
okay.
Yeah, so it had in the big phone, and I just remained with this other phone. But I was so relieved. I was like, man, I have my phone. They can take, your
You
contacts
had
and
forgotten
everything.
about those
Forgotten
pictures.
completely.
Okay.
Yeah, so like after a period of like maybe six months or 7 months, somebody starts calling me and telling me, you know what, KLEITH, we have your nude pictures. Like, I'm in a nudes, can I publish? I was like, have my nudes, really? Because this was the time, actually, I think it was the same time that one of my fellow staff had gone through something like that at NTV, and then I just felt that it's just a trend. They're just going on to everybody, because in my head I was so sure, even the people
you were
that
so sure that they didn't have
I was so
any,
sure there was
there's
nothing like that. But they
Mhm.
kept calling me. There was even at a point where we arrested 2 of these boys, and then we put them we put them at Luzira in prison
Really? Hey.
because they wanted 3 million shillings. But
Okay.
then I can't sure. Like, I cannot even assure you how sure I was. I was like, no, they're not there. But then, of course, it kept haunting me because people used to have like so many different stories. We even have a video. We even have this and this. I'm like, this is just torture, So when they came out, I was so relieved.
Because he was just torturing the whole
Oh
time.
my God, I was like, oh my God. Even me, I had forgotten what these pictures looked like, to be honest. And if I knew in this day and era, do you know how nudes are? I would have been like, I would have posed extremely sexy. Conga, that was not the case. I was like, but it's out. Okay, fine.
And you can move on.
I was so relieved. I
I don't think that is the reaction most people were expecting you to talk about. Because
Well,
for most people, it's like, you're traumatized, you want to hide for some time, or...
This did happen at a point where I, as well, needed a stop with TV.
Okay.
My contract was ending around that same time. Even me, I love the people on the show. Nunu was amazing. Sylvia is now a very good personal friend. Solomon Tazibon is also very interesting and nice. And, the show connected me more to the people than the actual show.
Okay.
They say when you're on TV, which is actually the truth, you have to go through the telly to get onto the people. But I didn't. I was just like, sweetheart, that top, no. no, that shirt, no. It wasn't fun for me.
Yes.
I needed to find myself.
You
I
felt
remember
like you're
there was,
not being yourself.
Exactly. There was even a point when I was on the Style Project when I auditioned for being air hostess. Yeah.
Okay.
There were actually 3 people that passed through. One is called Mimi, and the other is called Julie. They're from Uganda. We were only 3 representatives from Uganda. I was among them, but I didn't because I have a tattoo. And then I have a huge scar on my hand. If I knew about makeup by that time.
Okay, we're just going to go to your third request right now, and then
Okay.
we shall come back, okay?
All right.
Vinka.
Yes,
Love
Vinka.
Doctor.
I love that song. This is somebody that I went to university with.
Okay.
Yeah, so she really used to love to sing. And the people that I've grown up with singing have actually made me realize that it's possible. You can really do this. Vinka loved to sing. Vinka was a dancer. We used to go, sometimes when I used to go to Hospa's Teens Awards, and she's a dancer there. And then now she's the one they're dancing for. I'm always like, baby, what you call her?
Wow.
So I'm so proud of her.
Skills and a bit. Songs Avenue.
Now, you said your exes. That makes me think there's a...
It makes me sound like Abdul Mulasi.
No. I didn't say... You said it. No. Are you dating now? Are you dating now?
Yes, I am dating. Yeah, I am.
Serious?
I like to think so.
Okay. How long have you been dating? I need to be clear on timelines.
For a while now.
For a while. So a while is like more than a year?
Christopher, a while.
Okay, so sadly, to all the guys listening in, she is not currently available. She
Yeah.
is not looking for anyone. Okay, so
I'm
what do
not.
you look for in a man? Because you said before that, all the guys, all the exes you've dated are very respectable. I mean, so that kind of means to me that even when someone approaches you, there's some things that you think about before you even consider them. You've never thought
Well,
about it, huh?
No, I actually have thought about it, but because, you know, that the problem with media, is that I have lived through media, is that you're just going to have your thought of somebody, and then it's up to you to unfold all these other things. But then the best thing about being outside of media is that you're going to meet somebody that you don't even think is for you, and then they're for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think there's an interesting story there in terms of how you met, but for the next time you come on the show, you will tell us then. So you were saying like one of the things you learned like from there was someone you knew who pushed out those pictures and tried to make sure that they were shared as much as possible. Are you extra careful now who you surround yourself with, what you do, or are you just living your life?
The best part about it all is that I was not that kind of person even before. So it just keeps you much more awake, and now I'm very much to myself that you won't know unless I tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting thing because you've talked about like you're very reserved in your way. You like to stay home. You like your privacy and your space, but at the same time, you've been in the media as well. You have a YouTube channel.
Yes, I do.
As well. So where do you see yourself, at least in terms of entertainment, moving forward? Are you going to come back into TV?
Coming back to TV, I've had a very good chance that I have worked with Mattel. Mattel is in conjunction with Disney, and then now I know how much worth my voice is. I know how much worth my image is. I know how much worth a small piece of content or video is. That Uganda just can't pay me. Sorry.
They can't afford her. They
Yeah,
can't afford
but
her.
like I told you, currently right now, I just partnered with a friend, and the company is called Get Quick. Get Quick Dubai.
Get Quick to buy.
Yeah, so basically we're planning on to like bigger tours with like your favorite artists, like 10 people that actually do love Shiba or love Vinka, and then we get to take them to Dubai with your hotel and your visa and your ticket and everything, and then you can go to all these other places. Yeah, I'm actually doing my first tour in okay, that will be upcoming. Yeah, so and then currently I'm PR for Family Blessed. It's a complex. It has a sauna, it has a salon which I own, it has a gym and a supermarket. So I really don't have time for interviews to interview people and all. I'm just going out there going for just more than just the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a question that a lot of people ask, but I'll ask you because it sounds like you have a plan. In 5 years' time, where do you see yourself?
In 5 years' time, Crystal, you need appointment with me. It's really a long line. No, really. But in 5 years' time, I see myself. I hopefully I'll be a mom in 5 years' time. And then I want to. I will be. Of course, I will employ more people. Currently, my salon is teaching like the dropouts how to plait hair, how to do a retouch, so you can be able to do your friend's retouch. And the other day at church, we were doing the same thing.
Okay.
You don't have to look this bad, sweetheart. You can do your retouch like this at home. And so in 5 years' time, I want to have a school, a beauty school.
A beauty
It's already
school.
happening, but I believe it's going to be bigger. And then I see Get Quick International even bigger. And yeah, also a mom.
I believe you. I'm a mom of 3. I hope you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's
You're
a
welcome.
pleasure having you and hearing you share your plans, of course. Anything you want to share, especially for the girls who are now going into where you've been, especially because there's so many people who want to go on TV or just even be a musician
Yeah.
and going through that process. Any advice?
Yeah, my advice to people that are going into the media or even want to be celebrities.
In quotes.
Yes. Just first of all, I'm very happy that the only thing that anybody ever heard about KLEITH was her nudes. There was no day you ever found me in a club drunk. There was no day you ever heard, oh, KLEITH was with this man or the other. Is that the world right now, once you get into the world, it's for you. But you have to decide how you want your world to be. So my advice is choose to be the good person in the world.
Okay.
Because it's going to surprise you when you meet somebody and they'll tell you, 2 years ago you did this to me. And you'll be like, oh my God, what was I thinking? So be the best person in the world. And don't forget about your family. I like to tell people that I'm very close to my family and they can see that, even though my family does not really like to be out there. But right now, you find out that the people that you consider so much of your friends, I see this on social media all the time. I mean, somebody can come to your family vigil or family burial because they're at a friend's birthday party. Like, who even does that? This is the kind of friendship we're having right now. And then also my mom was telling me that the other day that I feel so sorry for your generation because you people, you're so fake. That for us, if I prepared potatoes, and I know my God, Crystal loves potatoes, it doesn't matter if I have to walk from Masaka to Seguku, as long as I know Crystal loves this, you know. But our friendship is not like that anymore. You know, our friendship is about, let's meet here. Okay, let's take a picture and all. So care so much for your family, because at the end of the day, they're the people that are going to bury you. They're the people who really don't care, but they really care about your well-being. And they're the people that you actually genuinely have to support. So just be for your family. Just be for your relatives. Be for your siblings. Be the best version of who you are. Like, take a minute to look at your soul and be like, okay, after TV and all that, what does my soul look like? So just don't forget about yourself and always be happy. Guys, be happy. I always keep telling people that it's a blessing to live. It's not a joke. Just be happy and just be the best self that you can be. And don't forget to pray.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your last song, I Am Not Alone.
Oh, yes. My last song is I Am Not Alone by Kerry Job. It's a gospel song. I listen to this song every morning. I feel like it takes me through the day.
Okay.
And it reminds me that I have somebody with me. I'm born again, right? Yeah. So it reminds me that I have someone with me, regardless of anything. There's just you're just not alone. You just can't be alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on the
You're
show.
welcome.
That was deep right there. That was deep right there.
Yeah.
So here's your last song, and blessings to you.
Thank
and
you.
all the best with your plans.
Thank you so much. Bless you too.
Thank you.